All right, today we're going to review for our first test this year, our Unit 1 test. I am going to be going over a lot of the things that you're going to need to know for the test. And after I'm done reviewing with you, you're going to go to the other slides and you are going to actually do these things. If you get stuck and don't remember how to do it, you can always come back to these instructions and go over it again to help you know how to do it. So let's start with the first problem. The first problem is this number grid. We have one in our classroom and we've been talking about what a number grid is. So what the first question is the difference between 92 and 126. So you would go over here to 92 and down here is 126. And so what you're going to do is remember you're going to go down, every time you go down this way it's 10. So from 92 to 102 is 10. Then it's 20. Then it's 30. And then every time you go across, it's just 1. So 31, 32, 33, 34. So there you go. That's how you do it. And then you're going to do it again for 96 and 129. And you're going to do the same thing and figure out what is the difference between those two numbers. Then C says, explain how you use the number grid to solve A and B. Because you know, everyday math is not just about getting the answer, it's also about how did you get your answer. So in these lines, you're going to tell how did you get your answer for A, how did you get your answer for B. You're going to explain it, okay? The next question is time. You're going to look at this clock and write the time down. And then you're going to look at this clock and write the time down. Remember, you always look at the hour hand. The small hand is the hour hand. You always look at that first. And then you figure out the minutes and you start, 5, 10, 15, 20, and you keep going around until you get to the minute hand. So always look at the hour hand first and what number that it just passed, that is the one that is the hour. Okay? Don't forget, those are just hints on how to do this. Then you're going to do this graph. You're going to look at the tally marks over here and you're going to fill up the graph. Now, as you notice, the numbers go up by 2, 4, 6, 8. So what number is between 0 and 2? 1, right? What number is between 2 and 4? 3. So when you look at tigers, you're going to say, oh, there's 5 and 1, that's 6. So you're going to take and you're going to fill this up as much as you can up to 6. At least show where your line would be. That whole graph would be filled out. Then you go down here and answer the questions about the graph. How many wins did all the teams have in all? In all, that means you have to add them all up. You're going to add all the numbers up, 6 and 3 and 9 and 10, and get your answer. Then it says, how many fewer wins did Tiger have than Eagles? You'll have to look at the Tigers and the Eagles and find out what is the difference between those two numbers. You're going to subtract to find the difference, okay? Then at the bottom, don't freak out. This is multiplication, but you can do this. 6 times 2 is the same as 6 plus 6. 2 times 4 is the same as 4 plus 4. 5 times 3 is just like 5 plus 5 plus 5, or count by fives 3 times. 3 times 3 is just like 3 plus 3 plus 3. And 10 times 4 is counting by tens 4 times, or you can think 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. And 3 times 6 is the same as thinking of 6 plus 6 plus 6. So think about it, and you can figure this out, because multiplication is the same as addition over and over and over, repeated addition. So you can figure this out. And then the G says, how did you solve 5 times 3? Over here is 5 times 3. So how did you solve that? Number E, how did you get this answer? That is what they want to know, because like I said, everyday math is not just about the answer. It is about how did you get the answer. All right, then we go on to the next page. It says, for each number story, draw a sketch. A sketch is a picture, and write the answer. Then write a number model to fill the story. Justin has 3 packs of gum. In each pack, there are 5 pieces of gum. How many pieces of gum does Justin have in all? You are going to draw 3 packs of gum. You could do 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to draw 5 pieces in each one, or just write 5, 5, and 5. Or draw little sticks of gum inside them. 5 in each one. 5 in that one, 5 in that one, and 5 in that one. Then you count how many in all, put your answer, and then write your model number model, which means, remember we talked about how your number model can be addition, repeated addition, so you could go 5 plus 5 plus 5, or, and put the answer down, equals what? Or you could go 5 times 3 and put your answer down. Okay, it says Ava plants 4 rows of flowers with 6 flowers in each row. How many flowers does she plant in all? We talked about how a row is like when you go to the grocery store and you go down 1 row and then another row, or when you plant a garden and you have a row. So think of 4 rows. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each row has 6 flowers in it. So you're going to draw. They want you to draw. So draw, like maybe draw a circle for each flower. So a circle, a circle, a circle, a circle, a circle, a circle. 6 circles. And then another 6 circles. And then another 6 circles. And another 6 circles. Then you're going to count how many circles or flowers did you have. And then you're going to write a number model, which could be repeated addition or a multiplication. Then we're coming to elapsed time. This is another thing that we've been working on. Now you are very lucky, because on this one, Ben did all your work for you. So as you can see, he already did it. Ben starts soccer practice at 3:55. There it is. And he finishes at 4:40. There it is. He drew an open number line and used it to find the length of the practice. All you have to do is tell, what did he do? Explain, what did he do? So you're going to say, okay, what did he start with? He drew a line. That's what you're going to write. He drew a line and he started at 3:55 and he ended at 4:40. Then he jumped 10 minutes to 4:05. Then he jumped 10 minutes to 4:15. Then he jumped 15 minutes to 4:30. And then he jumped 10 minutes to 4:40. Then he added all that up and got his answer. And then here it says how many minutes, How long did he practice? And really the answer is right there for you. All you have to do is write it right here and explain what he already did for you. Now, the next part is rounding. We've been working about rounding. Round each number to the nearest 10. So we're going to look at this number 41 and think, is 41 closer to 40 or 50? So we have to write the numbers down. You're going to write 40 over here, and you're going to write 50 over here. And what's between 40 and 50? 45. Now, 41 would probably be about right here. So it's closer to 40. So that's what you're going to write. You're going to do the same thing for 68. Rounding 68. 60 is going to be here. 70 is going to be here. 65 is between 60 and 70. So where is 68 on this number line? Would it be over on this side or over on this side? If it's here, then it would be closer to 60. If it's here, then it would be closer to 70. Put your answer right here. Make sure you put your answer right here as well. Okay, then we're going to go on, do a little bit more rounding, this time to the nearest 100. So we're going to look at the hundreds, which is 6 is in the hundredth digit. So we want to know if 671 is closer to 600 or 700. So you're going to write 600 down here, and then you're going to write 700 over here. And what's between 600 and 700? 650. 50 is between 0 and 100. 50 is in the middle. So this is 600, 650, 700. Now 671 is our number. Would 671 be here on this side, or is it after 650? I hope you said it's after 650. 671 would be after 650. So it's over here, which means it's closer to 700. So your answer will be 700. You'll put it right here. Same thing, last rounding question. You're rounding 523 to the nearest 100. So you would put 500 over here, 600 over here. What is the middle between those? 550. Is 523 here or here on the number line? If it's here, then it would be closer to 500. If it would be here, it's closer to 600. So you're going to put your answer right there. Okay? We're almost done. I know this is a very long review and it's a long test, but you can do it. I'm sure you can. We have been working with weights and balancing. And it says Sal uses a pan balance, and hopefully you've done that in your classroom, and masses to measure this golf ball. He puts the golf ball on one side and he puts a 10 gram mass and another one and another. So 4 10s gram masses on the other pan, and then he puts a 5 gram and a 1 gram. What is the mass? Now it's balancing. It's the same on both sides. So that means that this ball weighs as much as all these weights over here. So the question is, how many weights are over here? What do you think you're going to have to do? We're going to add. So you're going to add 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. And you're going to put your answer right here. And then the last question says, how did you figure the answer out? Well, I would write exactly what I just said. I added 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. That is how you figured out the answer. Okay?